All right, good morning everyone and welcome back again to the KSR YouTube channel. Slight change of scenery from the last video, and thankfully it's not super cold yet, but we are, let's see, I think that's, looks like upper 40s right now. In a couple of days it's going to be like high of 20 here up in the mountains of North Carolina. But we got us a pretty cool view. I mean, it'll probably be better once the clouds burn off, but just wanted to give you kind of an update of where we are. And then this video is actually the New England 900, which I probably should have edited a long time ago, but I haven't yet. They're not as much fun to edit when you don't win the race. You know, it's kind of just how it goes with me, but I need to do better at that, I know. Figured we'd give you guys a little update. We kind of came up here for a little Christmas thing with my kids and my girlfriend and her daughter. Yeah, me and 5 women, ranging in age from, well, no, I probably shouldn't put the age range on there. That would get me in trouble. So anyways, let's get into it. All right, everybody, you know what video this is? New England 900 2025. Starting off real positive, real happy right now because, you know, we took the W here last year. Hopefully we can do the same again this year. You know, you never know. These races are a lot of luck, a little bit of skill, and thankfully I've had a little bit of both for the last few events. And we're gonna go see if we can qualify. You know, we don't know if they're going to invert the field or not. They're probably going to invert the field, so you never know. But we'll see what happens. Oh no. Oh gosh. It's south.
It lands great.
Uh-oh. This is
Couch fishing?
No, I think it's the tail. I think it's the dog's tail that was up on the roof. Oh no, it's his foot. Yeah, it's his back foot. Uh-oh. Dog van's smoking. Oh! There's a tire. Oh! Oh, outside wall. We got a race going on in the front. Oh! What is that on the ground? I hope that doesn't hit anybody. Oh gosh!
It seems really violent this time.
Well, they're all hitting it multiple times. Usually they only hit it once and they're done.
Wow, good distance.
Uh-oh, he might have cooked himself. Look at all the bumpers. Oh, what in the world? What did he hit? Well, that was wild. All right, y'all. Well, we are on the front straightaway for the start of the race. I'm towards the back again. We qualified 4th, and then for some reason JH and Cletus went to the back. Who knows why? Probably for the show. But so Zach is on pole, and then followed by Greg, Vice Grip, then me, then Ryan Priest. And so that's the farther we go forward, that's slower cars going forward. So it's going to be interesting. If you saw on the qualifying part, I almost wrecked it in qualifying. So it's going to be a wild day. Hopefully we can be there at the end and be in the top 3, 5? Top 3 or 5, not top 35. There's only 21, 22. So hopefully we'll see what happens.
Kevin Smith here, getting ready to charge to the front with my cheated Up Crown Vic. Hey, I was following you, so don't go too fast.
I actually was considering going to the back for like 10, 15 laps. Because I think it's going to be chaos. Like the track is
going to the
slick.
front, let me come with you. It is very slick.
Very slick. Almost wrecked in qualifying. So yeah, well, here we go. All right, y'all, it's time to get this race started. And big thanks to WireCare and Holly for getting us here. Time for me to get in the car and get this race underway.
Man, it looks like rush hour out there on the interstate. Not a whole lot of room to operate and move around. And as we letting that 76 of Jimmy Oaks get too far out in front of Mark Mitchell. As you did see from that last in-car camera shot, the brake lights do work on this ground. They're working for sure. And again, that sun coming out of turn number 4 is going to be a bit of a problem. It looks like Cameron Johnson, the number 22, is off the pace. Notice the cone they put on the hood. That's telling the driver, you have to stay put until we rectify any and all problems that you got. And tell the driver to go back out. Getting hard on 22 of Cameron Johnson. Tell you what, driver that's working his way up through the field really well is our driver that set a good time earlier, number 18 of Zach Walker. He is up into the top 10. Derek from Vice Grip Garage is right there with him, and the number 60 of Ryan Priest right there on the outside of the top 10. So far, the drivers that started up in front of the field, but he is going to be several laps down. Tell you what, Jake, they're starting to get pretty racy though up in front of the field. Into the mix, making just his second start of the year. Down to the inside, and the caution is coming out. Contact with the 42 of Robbie Litt. Now we're getting ready to go back to green. 3 wide on the bottom. Brent from PFI Speed has got the lead. Now it's LS George looking for second.
straightaway. He went straight to the bottom, and he took advantage. And now Ryan Priest, that 60, he's a player running all the way down on the apron.
I was going to say, don't look now, but here comes Priest. He's way around the 42 of Robbie Layton, and now he's looking for second. Ryan Priest is figuring out these Crown Vics early here at Stafford, and he is hot on the back bumper. The number 3 of LS George takes a peek to the inside, and Ryan Priest is getting ready to move up into the top 2 as we come into turn 1.
He sailed it off into turn 3. I didn't think he could stick, but he's going to take second place. Down at 3 and 4.
Priest is able to. Looks like he's going to try to make the another one in here. 3 puts it wide up the center corner and then dive down to the bottom on corner exit. Works finally doesn't have a car to the outside of him. He's trying to pick up some ground. Robbie Layton on the outside, drifting in. What a save by the driver, the number 42.
And look how it stacked the back of the field. And they just all kind of got out of the throttle because they thought something was about to happen there. And it was stacked up back there at the tail end of the field.
Pace once again. No changes through the rest of the field, but here is the battle for the lead. Down the line, Ryan Priest that time out on the front line. Speed, and the driver from Berlin, Connecticut, Ryan Priest, has taken over the lead here on lap 16.
He gets down in the corner so good, and he was working below the apron, but now that he's got the lead, he's moved the car up off the bottom a little easier and then on top.
Now we'll check to see. Right there at the line. 9 tenths of a second advantage. Still grab to Purdy. Purdy working his way up through the field. He's gotten up to second. And here comes Derek from White's Grill Garage up into fourth. Priest is going to have some new competition hot on his trail here.
All right, y'all. So I'm editing this, and I mean, you may have picked up on it that literally I'm just following Greg to the front of this deal. And you never know how things are going to change. But this is the way, I want to remember the good memories, because there's a lot of good memories, even though I wasn't as close with Greg as, Cletus and some of the other guys that raced with us. Had a really good time hanging out with him and racing with him, and definitely going to try and be like Biff. He did a lot of awesome stuff with the things that he was given. It's gonna be tough for a while, but we're gonna keep moving forward, keep living life.
Way up into fifth.
Was fastest with Cletus McFarland made the decision. Let's invert the entire field.
Comparison earlier in this race, Ryan Priest ran big time. There's right here. And a car going around the middle of 1 and 2. It's Cletus McFarland. The third is the green flag comes back out. Leading the field down into turns 1 and 2 with 64 laps to go in this one. Still just 26 laps back in. Long way to go. This 90 lap Memphis laps. Up high speed. He's looking pretty good there on the outside. Here comes Ryan Priest though. Taking a peek down low. He's got the 1776 though. Derek Weiss Garage down there. Big hit down in turn number 1. Jim York, the 199, and our defending winner of this race, Kevin Smith. He is involved as well. And the number 7 of Dr. Parker is parked down there as well. Looked like Cletus spun to avoid as well, but for Jim York, that was a big lick.
All right, so breaking in again here. And what happens is I get out of the car because I look at the right rear on the thing and it looks like it is absolutely cranked. Didn't think there was any way it was going to be fixable, but the awesome crew that they bring to these events, the Freedom Factory crew, they got the thing fixed and it cranked back up again. And normally, like anytime I'm in any kind of little, wreck or anything like that, you try to keep going as long as you can. Like even if the thing, if it cranks and it'll drive back to the pits, well, I'm driving it back to the pits to see if it's fixable. Well, it wouldn't crank. Don't know why. So I get out of the car and I head outside the track to the stands to hang out with my girlfriend and Eddie and just watch the race. And then we hear them. I was standing right next to the announcers and they get my attention and they're like, your car's good. So the next caution, I run down all the way back down into the infield, get back in the car, and then just go kind of have some fun to finish out the race and, try to put on a show, instead of just out there making laps, try to get out there and be racy with people just to, try and put on a good show for the fans. Because, we're doing these events for you guys, the fans, and we appreciate all of you guys coming and supporting us at the events, as well as, watching the videos and buying merch and all that other stuff, because that's what helps us do all this stuff. So just want to break in and say that.
Great for KFI speed. Tyron, it'll get by the 23 of Alvarez, who stays at the bottom as the top 6 now gets single file.
Ryan Priest is not bashful with the nitrous oxide button. He has used it a lot.
I don't know how much he's going to have later in the race, and I want to keep that in mind.
Well, turn 4 in that nitrous oxide. He gets down at the bottom, squeezes in, and now Ryan Priest is in the nitrous oxide down the back straightaway.
There was not a lot of room there for Derek Vice Grip Garage to be able to squeeze in behind the number 60 Ryan Priest, but he somehow made it work. But here comes Biffle on the outside, the number 16 car, looking to try to move up to second. Derek's going to hold on. Slowly but surely, Biffle is picking them off. And Biffle here in the final 26 laps.
But Greg Biffle, a couple laps ago, he definitely made that highlight one of the 3 and 4. Instead of Biffle going in the other car.
Those right front ditto tires, they are going to get more and more as this race continues. Up into fifth, J.H. Diesel on the move.
Watch you Jack San Jimmy, this black 69 car, about a lap and a half to go on Jake in 1 and 2. He just needs
Everybody now kind of settling in single file. Race took over the race lead earlier on around lap 30. We're about to find out. Biffle got to jump on the outside. And Biffle's going to be the first to start. Nothing to say about that. Biffle on the outside, drifting in through the corner. Reese with the advantage on the bottom is going to try to retake the lead into 3.
He was in that nitrous oxide off of 3/4 the way down the back straightaway and took the lead away from Biffle.
Biffle tries to get it here to the outside using every inch of real estate that Stafford Speedway has to offer. Reese, single file for the top 4. J.H. Diesel stuck to the outside. He's going to lose 2 for the price of 1. As Ty Braun and Brentford PFI Speed both get by him, he'll settle back into the 7th position. And up front still, Reese leads Biffle.
bone it off 2 or 3 times, but he doesn't use a ton.
15 laps to go as we're back on the line. Still there for a little bit as he Kevin is out there at this point, kind of long laps and trying to get the position if he can. Races. Can he get it done in a Crown Vic here tonight? He's going to pull out all the tricks and all the stops to try to get around Biffle with 4 laps to go.
Big to the inside down in turn 1 and 2 right there. They're winning. Back straightaway. It's all about getting in the corner. Looks to the inside. Can't make it stick, Jay.
Biffle's leaving the bottom groove open. The Berlin, Connecticut native driver is going to try to take advantage of it, but he can't do it there. 3 laps to go for Greg Biffle. He wants to see this thing stay clean and green. Ryan Priest going to try everything he can down the back straightaway. But he will win this next one by. There'll be 2 laps to go. The New England 900 here at Stafford Speedway. Lap car of Zach Walker. Will that become a factor? We'll wait and see with 2 to go as Biffle still leads Priest.
Just slide through it. Reese look to the inside. Cleaning your feet out. Get down into turn 3 and 4. Zach Walker. Great move. But here comes Priest to the inside.
He thought that Priest might have thought that Walker was going to stay to the bottom. He's going to take advantage of it. Look, Walker's out of the advance on their feet. Cheering on the ground number 16, 10 to 16. They're wheeling down the back straight. Let's drive. Here they come in the turn 3. Priest on the bottom. Biffle to the outside.
Well, you can't win them all. And you probably saw by now we got taken out in a little bit of a wreck early. JH and Jim York being kind of aggressive a little early, but you know, that's how these things go. It's all in good fun. It wasn't me that caused the big wreck, so we'll leave it at that. But there's some fireworks. I'm gonna go congratulate Ryan and Greg. It looks like they put on a good race. Well, things are quieting down here in the infield. And, you know, like I said earlier, you can't win them all. But it was a heck of a lot of fun. Huge thanks again to Holly and WireCare for being on the car this race. And the old car took a bit of a beating. Like my spoilers jacked up. But the worst is over here where Jim York bounced into me. And that's not going to buff out. So, unfortunately, I mean, maybe they beat this back out and hang a door on it. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out.
A slide hammer, he can do anything.
Dave can work some miracles, I will say that. But yeah, I think pretty much every corner of this thing's boxed up a little bit. And I was saying earlier, I'm a little shocked I've got that much right front left, because once I got back into the car, I was not being nice to it. I was just trying to have as much fun as I could, pass as many people as I could, even though they kept sending me to the back, which was a little aggravating in the car, but you know, I get it. I'm not even anywhere close to the lead lap, so drop to the back, 78 for every restart, but still had a good time. Even this side's a little wounded, but I mean, a couple of doors could fix that if they even choose to, or they could just get inside the door and kick that out. But, you know, we had fun. Crowd was awesome. Like tons and tons of people. Appreciate everybody watching, subscribing, and following along. See you guys next time.